Hello friends, welcome back to Fix It With Beer. Got a quick and easy little project for you today. 2012 GMC Sierra 1500 pickup. Not that that makes any difference at all, because if you got a Tahoe, a Suburban, a Yukon XL, I think even the Cadillacs have this. You've got the armrest with the falling apart vinyl slash leather pleather that's coming apart, and you want to fix that thing because it's scratching your arm every time you lean on it. We're going to show you how to swap this thing out. You got to jump on Amazon, find the color that you want. They make them black, tan, probably whatever other colors you can get on the inside of one of these trucks. Order it up on Amazon. Shouldn't cost you between $40 and $60 depending on which excellent Chinese manufacturer you go to and whatever the tariffs are this week. First of all, Fix It With Beer, Lone Star Beer, National Beer of Texas, flavor of the day. Happy Sunday, everybody. It's hot. Let's get started. Here's what we're dealing with, guys. Truth be told, this is a replacement that I put in 3 or 4 years ago. Now, the first one lasted 8 or 9 years, and the replacement obviously didn't last that long. So you can see what kind of quality you're getting. You can also see the color doesn't match exactly. Honestly, in person, it looks better than it does on camera, but you can see I've worn it out right here. This area right here. Not so much right here, but more right here. Look at that beer, it's sweating already. All right, friends, I've got you looking precariously at my sweaty shirt because, like I said, it's hot. But this is the best way for you to see what's going on right here. So you got 8 bolts on this thing, or 8 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The easiest way you're gonna wanna attack this is a screwdriver. I'm gonna use a cordless just because I'm lazy. The whole deal is this hinge is not exposed. So when you get your part in, it's gonna look just like this, but you have to take this bottom piece off to expose the hinge, is what we're getting at here. And this thing, once you unscrew it, you just gotta kind of wedge it out. And it just kind of separates itself. I want to save on those screws, just make sure in case you lose one of the other ones. But this bottom piece just comes right out. You got to kind of push down on the little guy right there to let this bottom piece out. And then you'll see once you get in here, you've got, it looks like it's supposed to be 4 screws. And I think I remember I lost one of these screws the last time I did this, but there's supposed to be 1, 2, 3, 4 screws here. And I remember I lost it because I was using that dang cordless and it went flying. So we'll just use the non-cordless variety here and take these 3 screws out, and then this thing's just gonna pop out and we'll be set. Once you get those 4 out, the whole unit just comes out like that. And then there's our hinge, and that's how that whole deal works. So when this comes to you straight from China, and I'm not making it up because it says right there, made in China, and they call it a center console armrest lid cover. 2007-2013 Silverado beige. We also know that it works for GMC, and I'm 99% sure it's on Cadillacs too. But it's gonna come just like this. It comes in a nice plastic bag, and it's gonna look just like the other one here on the bottom. Actually, this one's got way better screws in it than that other one had. Maybe this one's way better quality. What do you think, guys? So you gotta come through here and you gotta take off your 8 screws again. And we're gonna do it the easy way with the cordless. Now, you want to be careful with this part so you don't go flinging your screws all over the place. And then when you get to the very end here, you gotta actuate your little button there to get the thing loose. So we've got all of our new screws there. And then we're gonna remember this guy goes on here, this just like this. It's actually got these 2 little square, can you see those? Those little square prongs that go and hit the little square holes on the hinge. So you know you're in the right neighborhood. The holes in there are tiny, and the screw is actually pretty big. And you know what? It's not lined up perfectly either, honestly. All right, I put one of the old screws in there just to hold it in place while I get the other ones going. Because I'm telling you, if you could see the difference in the screw sizes here, it's real. You know what? I got some different screws I'm going to use. So this is the screw that is provided. You see, it's just one of these plastic screws. It's got no tip on it. But our holes are tiny on there. So I've got some little guys like this that are a little more pointy. The head's not as big, but our I think we're going to be okay because the holes in the actual hinge are pretty small. I didn't find any washers that small, but I had a couple little beauty rings here. So we're just going to go and make this thing work because there's no sense in spending all day on this thing. Just crank her down. And honestly, it's no big surprise the holes are not lining up exactly, but we're going to take our temporary out. This is going to be better than new ones. It had only 3 screws in it before. Now it's got 4. We've made improvements here, guys. All right, now, before we dump this and lose all of our screws, we're going to go and fish these out of here. Okay, so then we're going to remember to get the bottom in first, guys. That's the way to do it. All right, then we just put our 8 screws in and we're going to be set to go here. We'll see if this thing actually closes once we get them screwed in here. Just ream them in there so next time they're even harder to get out. Just really crank down on them. Good as new, guys. This one actually latches. The last one I had didn't latch. You go over a big bump and it would go woo, woo. This one actually latches. You can hear it. All right, guys, quick and easy little project. That was so fast, like it's sweating, but it's still cold. So that's how fast we got it done. Hey, hit that like and subscribe. This is so easy. Go on Amazon, order up the color that you need. Don't pay more than $40 to $50 for it. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.